process starts with shipments of meat arriving at the cannery. Quality control records the meat's temperature. This must be less than 4 degrees Celsius, but above zero. The meat, in this case beef, is inspected and the excess fat removed. The meat is then sliced into smaller pieces so that it will pass through a dicing machine. It cuts the meat into cubes roughly 2.5 centimeters in size for the next step. At the filling station, aluminium cans pass under a rotating table. The cubes of meat are shoveled onto its center and then distributed manually into each can. During this process, the meat is inspected. Any cubes that are discolored or have too much fat are removed. The only other ingredient added to each can is sea salt. At the next station, each can is weighed to ensure it's the correct net weight. If not, meat is either added or removed. This can size contains exactly 794 grams of beef. The filled cans now travel on a conveyor belt to a cook room. There they first enter the preheater, which blasts them with steam for 20 seconds. This expels air that's trapped between the cubes of meat. Next, the can moves into the closing machine. It first compresses the meat to provide clearance at the top of the can. This headspace is needed for the machine's next step. A vacuum draws out the remaining air. Once done, a lid is attached by a process known as double seaming. It rolls the edges of the lid and can together, forming a rim that provides an airtight seal. The final operation in the cook room is cooking. The cans are lowered into a pressure cooker. Cooking under steam pressure produces the tenderizing effects of slow cooking, but in a fraction of the time. The meat cooks in its own juices. For how long and at what temperature varies according to the type of meat and the size of the can. When the meat is ready, the cans are removed and set aside for an hour to cool and dry. Next, as the cans are loaded onto a labeling machine, each is inspected for dents or damaged seals. One by one, the cans roll over a glue applicator, then a stack of labels, where they wrap themselves in the top one. At the same time, the machine counts the number of cans. After rolling off the labeling machine, the cans of meat pass beneath an inkjet printer, which applies the best before date. Blimey, I don't think I can wait that long. Well, maybe I can.